You have saved for years, cut back, and done everything right, but it still doesn't feel like enough. And now the fear is setting in. What if you waited too long and owning a home isn't possible anymore? If that's you, you're not alone. A lot of first-time home buyers in Abbotsford and the Fraser Valley are quietly carrying the same fear. You've done the work, budgeting, sacrificing, saving for the down payment, and making smart choices. But between the negative constant headlines, confusing advice online, and from loved ones, it's easy to feel like the system just isn't built for people like you. But here's the truth. If you have the right information and the right guide, buying your first home might be closer than you think. Hi, I'm Dhindsa. I'm a local realtor here in Abbotsford and the Fraser Valley. I help a lot of first-time home buyers each year. My only ask is if you find today's content valuable, please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe button. If you want to book a meeting with my team and I, all you have to do is click the first link in the description below. Number 1, let's reframe what enough means. Did you know in order to buy your first home here in Abbotsford and the Fraser Valley, all you need is a down payment is 5 or 10% of the purchase price. That means if you're looking at a 2-bed, 2-bath condo here in Abbotsford, let's just say at a list price of $500,000, all you would need is a down payment of 5%, which is equivalent to $25,000. One of the biggest misconceptions first-time home buyers have is, I need 20% down, or they don't understand what type of down payment is needed to get into the market. You might be thinking to yourself, well, Gary, that's great if you're doing a down payment of 5 or 10%, but that's an insured mortgage. Yes, that's right, folks, but this also beats renting. It also gives you the possibility of entering the housing market. Another positive about insured mortgage is that these interest rates are usually lower than those for those folks that are paying 20% down. Right now, interest rates for insured mortgages are below 4%. And another new rule that was passed just last year was amortization rates got extended from 25 years to 30 years. So this will help lower the monthly payments for you. If you are thinking about entering the housing market, one of the first things that you should consider doing is sitting down with a mortgage specialist. They will be able to help explain the pre-approval process, what documents are needed, and once they run the numbers, they'll tell you exactly how much of a mortgage you qualify for. And with the interest rates in mind, you could even get numbers for monthly potential mortgage payments for a bedroom, 2-bedroom condo, and you can factor in things like your monthly strata fee, potential property taxes, home insurance, and the list goes on. The second thing you need to understand is how is the Abbotsford condo market right now? Right now, the Abbotsford condo market is in balanced territory at 11.2%. Days on market are 18 and months of inventory is at 6 months, meaning 1 in 6 condos are selling. If you look at this photo on the screen, you'll notice that inventory is slowly starting to go up. There were 21 sales recorded for 2-bed, 2-bath condos here in Abbey in April and 17 in the month of March. The average sale price for a 2-bed, 2-bath condo right now is around $490,000, down from the sale price in March, which was around $498,000. One of the last things to understand is condos are selling 97% of their original list price, meaning you have around 3% room to negotiate off the list price. What this means for you folks is the Abbey condo market has entered balanced territory, meaning there's more inventory on the market and you have more options. And one of the best parts about buying in this market right now is you're competing with less buyers, you can negotiate off the list price, and you can actually include subjects on your contract of purchase and sale to do your due diligence for things like getting a final financing approval, doing a home inspection, reviewing the strata documents, and the list goes on. These are options first-time home buyers didn't have a year or two ago. Number 3, run the numbers. As I was talking the first point, one of the key things that you need to do is sit down with a mortgage specialist so you know exactly how much of a mortgage you qualify for. Once you're pre-approved, you're done 50% of the home buying journey, folks. The other avenue that's left is matching a property type that fits your needs, wants, and your investment budget. When you know your numbers, you stop guessing and you start planning. Number 4, you deserve a fair process. If you're overwhelmed by the process, don't worry, that's completely normal. But the truth is, buying your first home should be transparent. It should be fair. And you should feel like someone is walking you through step by step. That's what I do with my team. This isn't a sales pitch, but it's a process where we actually take the time to educate our clients at the first consultation so they understand exactly how the home buying process works, the things that they need to do in order to get started. Finally, we take the time to listen to our clients, just to understand who they are, what's important to them, and what emotions are involved. Our goal isn't to sell them a condo, but it's to help empower them to make one of the biggest financial decisions in their lives so they feel comfortable moving forward. You want to work with a realtor and a team that has your best interest in mind. They simplify the process and protect your interest. If you've been saving and wondering if it's enough, know this. You may be closer to owning your first home than you think. Don't let fear, opinions of others, or assumptions hold you back. One of the best things that you can do as a first-time home buyer is to educate yourself on the home buying process. That's why you need to watch this next video where it's a complete breakdown of how the home buying process for your first condo works. Let me know your thoughts about other things that are important in the home buying process to you. If you found today's video valuable, please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe button. I'm Gary Dhindsa, and we'll see you next week.